just wanted to say that Lupita never met anyone who was not her friend. And she touched us all and gave us all a little spark. And we should keep that in our hearts. And remember her and be peppy and happy like she was.
Much about love from you. I love you. Yo te amo siempre.
I found out not only did I get the climate, I met Lupita, she taught me yoga. And yoga has really improved my life so much. It is something I do every day, and I will always remember Lupita as I do it. She was such a wonderful instructor. And the other thing I wanted to say, I took Lupita down to St. Andrew's Children's Clinic in Nogales. I asked her to come because we really needed translators. Well, the doctor grabbed a hold of her. He saw a good translator, and so after that, I had no more Lupita at my table because the doctors take priority. And I used to work for doctors, so I know how that goes.
They just wanted to learn their colors.
And I loved her so much, and at her work at St. Andrew's Children's Clinic, she will be sorely missed. And but she did teach me poquito español.
Lupita was my neighbor, and I loved her dearly. She first come to my apartment when I first moved in 2 years ago. I saw a picture on the wall. I said, "What is that?" And she says, "That's where I was born, on a farm in Nebraska." And from then on, she was the greatest neighbor that I ever had, and I'm over 86 years old, so I had a lot of neighbors. I loved her dearly.
I think that we have angels right here on earth. And in my life, I've met maybe 3. She was the last one so far. If you walk outside and you see a feather fluttering down, it could be Lupita touching us. Also, I was impressed with her energy, her giving of herself. She lived a Mozart life. I mean, there wasn't a minute that wasn't planned or not planned. And lastly, when I heard about her passing, there was a pop in my heart. And I suspect everybody had that pop. And I let her in, and I will have her with me all my life.
One thing, when I met Lupita, the beautiful smile she had on her face, and that smile is still there today. I lost my wife a little over 2 years ago. She, along with Beverly and Linda and a couple others in this place, is what brought me back. So I loved her very, very much. She was very close to me, and I was very close to her. And I thank her for her companionship and the spunk she had, and she had a lot of it to give away. Thank you.
That's when I first broke acquainted with her, when she was running for the school board.
Yes.
And she had several little rallies in the living room, and we talked a lot.
We had fun.
Yeah, and she tried to help me get registered to vote out here again, which we never could accomplish. We never did get it through. But she was a very nice lady, and I thought a lot of her.
And I had evidently talked to Lupita at some time or other. Andy called me when I was talking about moving in here, and yet it was still 2 years away. He says, "Oh, the lady you talked to moved in." Well, I didn't know which lady it was because I'd talked to so many different ones. Well, it turned out to be Lupita. Well, I came in, forgot all about it, walked down to my new apartment, and this lady came out the door. She says, "Hi, I'm Lupita." I said, "Well, I'm Trudy." "Oh," she says, "you're the one that put me in here 2 years ago." So that's how Lupita got in here.
She was right next door at this table, and she was always offering to get me salad. She would always come by my table and ask me, did I want to get me salad. She was really sweet.
I would like to see us keep that sewing group going, and especially in her memory. She's a wonderful lady, and she honored me by asking me to be in the group, and I appreciate that. I don't know why she did, but that was her choice. I firmly believe that she's gone on to a far better place, And I hope that we can all meet her there one day.
Hi, everybody. Some of you know me. I'm Susan. I first knew Lupita from church, and then I knew Lupita from her being my yoga teacher, and then Lupita was my sewing teacher, and then Lupita was teaching me how to make jewelry, and she was always telling me about all of the projects that she had going and trying to get me involved in some of those. And I asked her, I said, Lupita, when do you sleep? She just was always so busy. She said she didn't need sleep. It was her joy to do and to help others. And she really touched me because she was so courageous. She was not afraid to, so I definitely will miss her very much, but I am going to thank Lupita.
I'll miss her smiling face and her helping hand with everything that went on. Anytime you needed a helping hand, Lupita was there. Always there for us. I think sometimes that God sends us angels and we call them friends. And Lupita is it. Thank you.
I met Lupita last February. It was a year. My life was very depressing when I met her. Thanks to Joyce, she put me at the table. And from that day on, I was back to Jeannie. She was like a big sister to me. Just like a big sister. What does Jeannie do? Get something else. The thing is, I'm a big sister. It's just me and my little sister, 6 years apart. But she was my big sister. She taught me a lot. And I want to thank her. And at times, right now I'm mad because she left me without saying goodbye. But I love her.